This organization is called DARPA, and it was created by President Eisenhower back in 1958, right after the USSR sent the first satellite into space. And it operates with the goal of keeping technological superiority in the hands of the United States.
Yo, welcome back to the channel, gang. Today we got a compilation that'll make you question everything. And we'll dissect it to see if it's real or fake. But before we dive in, be sure to hit the like button, sub up, and let's get it.
If you want to know what technology is going to start redefining the future, this has to be one of them. And this is called the Mudra Link. And it's a wristband which is basically designed to remove the mouse, the clicker. And what it does, it receives electric signals from your body and allows you to control whatever device, right? It can be an iPhone, AR, VR, your laptop, your TV screen, with just basic wrist movements. So this absolutely is going to be the next iteration of the clicker, the mouse.
An EMF scanner might go crazy if it gets close to this.
Bon bah à l'année prochaine.
Ciao.
Oh, attention, Mike!
Oh putain, oh putain. Merde, vite, vite, vite. Retourne dedans. Retourne dedans. Un bout. Vite, vite, allez.
This video is one of those that you wish was created by AI.
Quantum stealth. This amazing invisibility technology was created by Hyperstealth Biotechnology Corp. And has been dubbed a real-life Harry Potter invisibility cloak. The quantum stealth, as it's more commonly called, can obscure objects, making them appear invisible. The sheet is made of light-bending material and boasts the use of something called broadband invisibility. The technology could be used to hide anything from ships to vehicles to spacecraft.
I'm Guy Kramer, President and CEO of Hyperstealth Biotechnology Corporation, and in 2010 I figured out invisibility. Quantum stealth is a patent-pending light-bending material that works by bending the light so that only the background is visible and a target, such as a person, is removed from view when behind this material.
It's crazy enough that this has been invented, but regular civilians should have no access to this.
We had found in one of the crash crafts was the yellow book. The way I've understood it is you have to be educated about how you place your fingers. If you know the patterns of how you hold the rectangle, you can make it come up in a 3D hologram. In the pages is the whole history of our planet, and also a history of what would be Zeta Reticuli 1 and 2. If you hold the yellow book one way with the fingers in one position, you can read it in English. If you turn it upside down and do this, you then access the Zeta Reticuli planet. That both worlds, both civilizations are encompassed in the yellow book. The way it has been described to me is it's got a white background. The words glow yellow. Wherever your eye is, you can slow it down, you can make it accelerate. You don't touch anything. You do it with your mind and your eye. And the yellow book glowing will continue to move in English if that's the configuration you are in. Then If you want to look at the holograms that go with what you're reading, there is something that you have to do with your fingers, and then it will move from a white background with glowing yellow letters and will come up into images that are full 3D.
It's even history. It goes back thousands and thousands of years, but it's in pictures. The most incredible part about it is, regardless of what language you speak, when you sit there and look at it, you hear it in your language. And we have it. It's with the artifacts in Los Alamos.
When LeBron retires, his number would be called 2, okay? This is how the deep state, he thinks that he's just going to retire, and that's why he doesn't want to retire. And so that tattoo is tattooed on LeBron's chest. You know the former NBA player, Dwayne Wade?
Correct. Oh,
The
he's
Miami-
messed up.
Yeah, messed up. His son, Zion, is now called Zaya. Okay, this is how these black folk do, not just black people, but people within the system. To go to the next level, you have to sacrifice something. This goes back thousands of years during the time of the pharaohs. If a man wanted to have access to Pharaoh, he had to sleep with the male magician. If a woman wanted to have access to Pharaoh, she had to sleep with the female magician. If a parent wanted their child to see Pharaoh, that child had to sleep with a male or female magician. Nothing has changed. In the rap industry, to go at a certain level financially, you have to be what we call butt broken.
Humiliation.
That humiliation. And to your powerful listeners, this goes back into slavery, right? The transatlantic slave trade. Slaves who could not be controlled were sent to the Caribbean. And they were tied down, mostly men, chest first, and molested by a male slave master in front of the other family members and in front of the other slaves. Nothing has changed.
If that's true, LeBron is not retiring anytime soon.
You've said that the devil runs Hollywood.
I did say that.
Yes. You still believe it?
Well, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Didn't we just have Christmas?
Yes.
What were the films that premiered for Christmas? Name the titles you can think of now.
Let me see. There was Carry On,
Right,
which had a Christmas backdrop to it.
right.
But I can't really think of any actual
And
Christmas
then you
films.
had Nicole Kidman's film came out.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, with Baby Girl, I think it's called.
Okay, yeah, I
Not
missed
a
that
Christmas movie.
No.
It's not a Christmas
one. No,
movie.
you're not really seeing Christmas movies right
You're
now.
not really seeing... And then
There's no
Nostradamus,
Grinch,
what
there's
is that?
no,
Nostradamus, whatever.
yeah.
I can't even say it, it's so evil. How do you say that? Is that the vampire movie?
Yeah.
Which, if you look at the marketing for the new Christmas vampire movie, Vlad, see where I'm going with this, guys?
Christmas
See the
vampire
new
movie,
Christmas vampire movie? If you look at the advertising for that, it doesn't say devil. It doesn't say, this. It never says, it says, darkness. And, the principalities of darkness. And, so to answer your question, if you really want to open this can of spiritual worms, Vlad.
Let's open it.
The rating system in Hollywood is what it is. So you have G, PG, PG-13, NC-17, rated R, all of that, right?
Yeah.
Which one of all those ratings, Vlad, is the most profitable?
G.
G, correct.
Yeah.
What percentage of G films are made every year?
30%.
Something like that.
Yep.
I ask you, Vlad, who runs Hollywood? Why would the highest profitable rating be only 30%? What are they making in that other 70%?
Yeah. Well,
Vlad?
but you can't just make kids movies and that's it.
I agree.
Right? If you're a major studio, you can't just have 90% of your films be G-rated films.
Right.
And what was it? Is it MGM? It's art for art's sake. I think there's a certain level of creativity that the film companies want to do.
Right.
Harvey Weinstein, I thought, was really good at that when he looked at films like The Help and so forth. I don't think he looked at that film as, this is going to be the biggest blockbuster. I'm sure he didn't think it was going to be bigger than Lord of the Rings, but it was a very creative film.
Right.
And it did well, and it won Oscars and so forth.
Right.
So I think that's why they don't just do 80, 90% G-rated films, even though they make a lot of money. That's what I think.
I disagree completely.
Okay.
I disagree completely.
And why is that?
Well, just because if you're any one of these fat cats running stuff, it's all about the money. But like Amazon just bought MGM, bro. Like that.
The whole back catalog.
Like that.
Yeah.
Bezos just went, buy it. I don't care what it costs. I want it. And now, just like Whole Foods, he's going to switch the legendary MGM to Amazon. And then he's going to plug that in to Whole Foods.
Right.
And then he's...
Well, to be fair, Jeff Bezos is not part of Amazon anymore.
But bro,
he has retired.
My point is...
But, you know, his fingerprints are all over it.
Right.
I get it.
But my point is, it's about the money. And don't ever let Hollywood fool you to believe it's about something else. All of those... Bob Iger right now is trying to make more money, Daddy-O.
Yeah, I
like
feel you.
all the rest of them. So that's the kind of irony of my point.
There's a secret government with its own Air Force, its own Navy, its own funding mechanism that's above the law. The president authorized me to do something like this. Also said something that was very spooky. He said, how do I take on a group that have technologies that can do circles around the best thing I know we have, a B-2 stealth? What we're dealing with is not a sanctioned or even a normal black project. And I can say this with authority because I am working now with people who literally manage the black budget of the United States. People have killed for a lot more than $900 trillion. And the level of corruption is worrisome. The secret government group sort of seized control over these operations. So in reality, the constitutional government of the United States has not been in a proper oversight and control of these operations since the late 1950s. The secrecy surrounding UFOs is a threat to the national security.
I'm trying to figure out why this robot got a briefcase.
Sitting in this nondescript building in Virginia is an organization that is responsible for many of the biggest technological breakthroughs we've seen in the past 60 years. This organization is called DARPA, and it was created by President Eisenhower back in 1958, right after the USSR sent the first satellite into space. And it operates with the goal of keeping technological superiority in the hands of the United States. The reason I'm telling you this is because many of the programs DARPA research eventually make their way to the commercial sector. ARPANET, which is basically the foundation of the modern internet, computer mouse, GPS, Siri, most military drones, and even those vacuum robots can be traced back to DARPA. And that's why whenever I see a new contract announcement or award for DARPA, I read every word. Last month, they announced a contract opportunity for a program called POWER, which aims to transmit wireless electricity as seen here. In practice, this would be able to get electricity anywhere on Earth for as long as needed without the need for liquid fuel. They also just announced NGMM, a program that will allow for manufacturing of computer chips in one facility instead of the multiple stretched across the world to reduce supply chain disruption. Finally, there's Gambit, a program to develop a rotating detonation engine that isn't only potentially more powerful than a conventional jet engine, but more efficient as well. Companies that win these contracts don't only get a massive paycheck from the government, but also the potential first suppliers in the commercial world, making them possible investment opportunities.
Obviously, start with the internet. That's a good thing. So
DARPA invented the internet.
Yes, absolutely true.
Wow. Did DARPA invent GPS?
Sort of. What we did is we actually got GPS into a small form factor. So that's what DARPA did. So the fact that you can have GPS in your cell phones or things like that was absolutely prompted by DARPA.
Okay, did you invent Siri?
Yes, Siri came out of my office.
But if you were to ask anybody in this country who invented Siri, they'd say Apple.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I think we should ask Siri.
Okay.
Do you have your cell phone?
I do.
Well, let's see what she says.
All right, let's see. Siri, who invented you?
Like it says on the box. Designed by Apple in California.
Design? Siri, what if I told you DARPA invented you? What would you say?
I think different.
Apple. They get all the credit.
Great.
You get none of the credit.
You know what? That's the best transition in the world.
It is? That's okay with DARPA.
Oh, yeah. Because Apple had a huge role in inventing Siri as well. It's not like I handed them a finished product. We handed them a bunch of technologies that were very useful, and it was their job to then take that...
Well, not useful, essential.
Yes.
If DARPA truly created Siri, Siri's doing a good job keeping that a secret.
DARPA's created in 1957-58.
I can't remember what it stands for, but basically DARPA is our Advanced
weapons.
Yes.
It's our advanced technology weapons, correct?
Defense Advanced Research Projects
There we go.
Agency, another mouthful, DARPA. It began in 1957 after the Russians launched Sputnik. We got caught by scientific military surprise. That was like a bad thing. Herb York becomes its first science director. The reason Sputnik was so threatening, it was a satellite, the Russian satellite, the first one orbiting Earth. The reason it was threatening was because it takes a rocket to get a satellite into space. If you can put a satellite in space, pretty soon you can put a nuclear warhead on that rocket and hit the United States. That was 1957. That's where everything changed. And so Herb York wanted to know in seconds and minutes how long it took for that ICBM to get to the United States. So he hired the smartest guys in the room, the Jason scientists, about which there are extraordinary many conspiracy theories.
Most people think it's just rain dripping down, but it's not. It's cicada pee. These bugs suck the sap out of trees and then blast out the excess like a garden hose. With thousands of them doing it all at the same time, it's almost like a rain shower. So next time you step under a tree and feel that rain, remember it might not be from the...
That's just a waste of tree sap if you ask me.
Did you know that there are 3 levels of organic? There's organic. Next one is made with organic ingredients. And the next one is 100% organic. Well, what's the difference? I don't know the exact percentages, but it's something like this. Organic, or made with organic ingredients, you can have 1% organic ingredients in there. It's only 1% of the product is organic because it's made with organic ingredients. So you can put 1 organic ingredient in there and then say made with organic ingredients, and the word organic's on the label and you think it's great. The next one is organic, just organic. All it has to be is something like 30% organic ingredients. The rest can be poisonous chemicals. You can still put the word organic on there. The third one is 100% organic, and it doesn't have to be 100% organic because I think there's some percentage of chemicals you can still put in there and still call it 100% organic. See, this is how you're being misled. But you've been being misled by marketing people forever.
A lot of times they label things organic. They're not truly organic to begin with. So like when it comes to fruits, I'm fine buying the regular ones.
Is it really a thing that's going on with it? Tempered glass and cruise ships started to see. Is this a thing that's new? Is the new tempered glass functionable? I don't know.
This cruise ship is less than 3 months old, so to already have a whole glass shattered is not a good look.
Guys, there was a timeline jump last night around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I knew it was coming. There was so much erratic energy over the last few days, but this timeline jump is so minuscule within the graph, but I feel like everyone feels it. I feel like everyone is understanding that they are on a new timeline. It is very much apparent where so many people that are choosing to live the 5D lifestyle is really much being seen across the board. And the people who are choosing to stay in the 3D narrative, to live in fear, I feel like they aren't feeling the change as much. However, if you are on the path of meeting the 5D love consciousness life, you are feeling the shift. You are feeling a brighter day. You are welcoming in this new reality. And you have no fear. You don't care what the outcome is because you just know that it's going to be best for you. You fully believe and you fully trust in the universe saying, hey, this is my life. I am making the choices for my life. I decide to live consciously. I decide what is going to happen next. So this timeline jump is not just a small little jump like it looks like on the graph. This timeline jump is really everyone who is going towards the new earth, understanding that the chaos is going to allow everything to crumble first in order to build a new foundation for this new reality that we are orchestrating for all of humanity.
I'm not sure what she's talking about. She lost me.
What's that? Oh, Walmart's gonna be changing their lights from fluorescent to 10,000 Kelvin, which is an artificial blue light that puts your body in fight or flight mode? Tell me more. Yeah, Walmart has made the decision to change their lighting from fluorescent to 10,000 Kelvin, which puts the body into fight or flight. It makes the heart rate increase significantly, and it makes your amygdala actually make poor decisions, because that's where you make your decisions. And since you're in fight or flight, your amygdala is not going to be making very good decisions, which means you're going to be purchasing things that you don't even want, and you're going to be rushing yourself out of the store so your body can feel better. Oh, goody. And since you had such a bad experience while you were in there in fight or flight, and you remember that you didn't feel well in there, you're not going to worry about returning any items that you purchased unnecessarily.
If these are the same bulbs they're installing as streetlights, then Walmart employees better find a new job.
Trust me, watch this.
Demons. We think that demons are just this ugly looking creatures that torment you, you know, just want to scare you. But there's this mystery the Bible shows us about when it talks about how there would be doctrine of demons.
Wow.
That means demons teach. They want to teach you how to live according to the kingdom of darkness.
Yeah.
They want to teach you how to live in a way that pleases their master, Satan.
So no country music? Listen, I'm a big country girl, and this is an honest question.
No, I love a good country music. Now, I would say this as a disclaimer. This does not mean that the only music that Christians should listen to are music that, like, literally has to say Jesus, Yahweh. You know?
Okay.
Because some of those songs don't even come from heaven. Some of those songs is just someone's creativity. They have an album they need to produce, and they need a paycheck. It's not even, you know. But I would say that even when you listen to music, be sensitive to the Holy Spirit.
So me personally, I switched to all Christian music. There are some country songs that are okay to listen to, but a lot of it's depressing, about drinking, about partying, having a good time, being like the world. And I'm not like the world. I'm a Christian. I'm set apart from the world. So you can listen to what you want, but be very careful, because demons are into everything in every group in the music industry they're part of, besides Christian music, even if you get some worldly Christian people in it. If you want to learn more about Jesus today, subscribe or follow.
Did y'all see the trailer for the movie Run that's finna be coming out soon? Just looking at it, I feel like they're preparing us for something, y'all. Y'all take a look at this commercial and y'all let me know what the fuck y'all think. This shit crazy. Look, y'all. Now, with all the stuff that's been happening this year, and the talks of aliens coming to this earth, they drop a movie like this. I'm telling y'all, it be right in your face. They gotta let you know before it happens. I'm not saying this is proof that it's gonna happen. I'm just saying, y'all don't find this shit weird? Now, in that movie, the aliens are tall as fuck, but it's not how the people describe, saying they look like African Americans. But y'all, you just gotta put two and two together, bro. If these aliens are supposedly supposed to be here by November, y'all do the math.
I can't tell you what to believe, but this just shows that Hollywood always gives you a preview before the big event actually happens.
This is just atrocious. So remember all that listeria from Boar's Head? Well, yeah, they went and looked at the factory, and you're not going to believe what they found. The inspectors with the Department of Agriculture found insects, mold, and mildew at Boar's Head plant linked to multi-state listeria outbreak. There was a total of 69 reports of non-compliances. Inspectors found insects, alive and passed away, black and green mold, as well as mildew within the plant in the weeks before Boar's Head Provisions issued a July 26 recall of more than 200,000 pounds of liverwurst due to the potential listeria. Yeah, guys, this is the Boar's Head, deli meat that you pay a ton of money for. So in total, this recall was so bad, they recalled 7.2 million pounds of deli meat. Now let's talk about all the hospitalizations. So as of August 28th, there has been at least 57 hospitalizations, including 8 people who have passed away. On Wednesday, the CDC reported that 5 new people had passed away in connection to this as well. Lawsuit, anyone? And I mean, these are just a few of them.
They might as well demolish the entire plant and rebuild from scratch.
Yay! Oh my god, dude! I got
gotta go get me one of these.
You got to get that.
It's blue.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't even know what it means, but it's blue.
Blue pen.
Yeah, it's a blue pen. Do you mind it, or is it messing with the vibe?
I was taught maybe after my third year that you're not supposed to use a blue pen because they can use that signature and stamping on another jersey or stamping on other paraphernalia and kind of use that and sell that. But you can't do that with a black pen or a gray pen. So watch your blue pen.
What Pat Bev said seems somewhat credible, but the way that girl reacted to that blue marker make me think there's more to it.
The world ocean, think of it as a giant lake with all of the continents, okay, as islands.
I can roll with this now.
The shoreline of our world is Antarctica. The foundation of Antarctica is higher than any other continent. Everything that you know is a lie. The United Nations map, flat earth map, International Maritime Organization, flat earth map, World Meteorological Organization, flat earth map, International Civil Aviation Organization. These are the things that control the world. Why do they all have flat earth maps? What about this?
Whoa.
This makes sense. What if we lived here? What if this is where we lived? Right there. These are other ponds with their own suns.
Not a single commercial plane has flown over Antarctica?
No, none, ever.
Whoa, why?
Because you can't fly over Antarctica. Look at the Earth. World Cup soccer.
Oh.
Okay? They were in Doha. They wanted to go back to Buenos Aires. They went to Rome to refuel, and then they went back there. Why didn't they just go here? Because if they did, there's no place to refuel out here. On a flat Earth, Doha, Rome, Buenos Aires. So here's an emergency. They were going from New York to Hawaii, right about here, and they said we have to land. So they went to Seattle, which is like 1,000 miles out of the way. They got there in record time. New York, Seattle, Hawaii.
Who's directing the airlines to construct these flight pathways?
NASA.
For many reasons, I no longer think the Earth is a globe, but if you think otherwise, do your own research. But I think that debate between whether the Earth is flat or round will be a debate that will last forever. But that's it for the video. Thanks for kicking it with me. But before you leave, hit the like button, sub up. Let me know what you think about any of those clips in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.